I'm going to say something that may feel extremely uncomfortable, but your 9 to 5 is no longer safe. And it's not because jobs are bad, it's because depending on one source of income in today's economy, it's just insane. So, if you're someone that was able to build financial stability early on in life, or if you have a role in your company that's not easily replaceable, this video is probably not for you. But I am talking today to those people who are 40 plus, or those that are close to retirement but feel that they don't have enough money to retire. They're not financially stable, and their job right now is not safe because they feel any moment now AI can replace them. Those are the people I'm talking to. So if that's not you, keep scrolling. The average person learned that all they had to do was go to school, behave good, work hard, and life was supposed to work. That's all you needed to do in order to see success. But we have seen the changes that have occurred over the years, and we know that is no longer the truth. So today, I want to talk to you about what really we should be focused on right now, especially if you're over 40, because life is not what it used to be, and work is not what it used to be. So, the first thing, a job is a job, and it is still somebody else's business. It is not your business. And that someone is thinking about how they can save money and how they can make more money. And that's when you and I become a number. They control your income, they control your time, and they control your future. But I'm going to teach you today how that is not 100% true. You actually have a lot of control over your future if you decide to. On the other side of this dilemma is the fact that you feel like you're not living your purpose, you feel tired, you feel stressed, and your 9 to 5 is simply sucking up all of your energy, and you don't have the time to invest in your own things. Now, I have a 9 to 5, and although I am so grateful for the provision that God has given me through my 9 to 5, I also have to admit that working a 9 to 5 has not been ideal for me. The reason, and number one reason, is because my time is sold for a certain amount of money and my income is capped, okay? And this is true for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a professional, if you went to college, if you're super knowledgeable. There is a limit to how much money you make because this company is thinking about how to save money on their end. And it's nothing personal. They're just running a business. And that is why you have to understand that the perfect structure for you may not be a 9 to 5. So today, I want to talk about how I stopped focusing on my feelings and feeling frustrated and feeling stressed out at my 9 to 5. So, all of the stress and the limitations of a 9 to 5 is what actually led me to pray and seek answers on the things that were happening in my life. And I also wanted to do something that I felt actually aligned with my purpose, aligned with the things that God wanted me to do. Okay. So that's when I started to shift my mind and I started to think about what can I do to survive or to escape the 9 to 5. And listen, that doesn't mean that you're not going to give your best at your 9 to 5. I support anyone that wants to work hard and anyone that wants to go the extra mile at their 9 to 5. I've done it many times, but I also have to be honest, I was never compensated for anything extra I did. My knowledge was never recognized the way it could have been. And so I know it's nothing personal against any individual I worked with. It's just how the 9 to 5 structure works. But if you think of it, there's other ways that your knowledge and skills can actually benefit you and you can benefit others. Okay, so it's a give and take type of thing. That's when I decided that I wanted to dive into the digital income space because when I created my first digital product, I realized that with one sale, I was able to bring in $379 that I needed at the moment. So that gave me hope and it made me realize how the digital space can actually make you money in half of the time, sometimes in a third of the time that it would take you to make that money in your 9 to 5. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your 9 to 5 right now. What I'm telling you is that you can build a plan. You can be wise and build a plan while you're still working your 9 to 5, which is what I'm doing right now. I am planning my escape through digital products and services. And okay, I'm still working my 9 to 5. I'm doing it during the times that I'm off, my days free, after work, whenever I have the free time, I am building a digital business. So I'm going to give you 4 steps you can follow if you've been feeling the way that I feel and you feel like it's time to build that plan, okay? So let's dive into step number 1. Step number 1 is start where you are. So just decide, okay? Decide that this is something that you want. Decide that you want change and make the decision. That is step number 1. And once you decide that this is what you want to do, let's move into step number 2. And step number 2 is use what you already know, okay? A lot of women that I talk to don't know that actually their story and their experiences are something that they can monetize. And that is why a digital business works so well, because you're not necessarily learning, you're not going to college, you're not learning something new. You're just learning how to accommodate and how to implement into a digital business all the experience that you already have. And your experiences can be as simple as knowing how to cook, knowing how to paint, knowing how to do nail or hair or makeup, just anything that you know how to do. Maybe you're very well with finances. Any experience that you have can be turned into a digital product. And then step number 3 is you're going to take all of that experience and you're going to turn it into income by creating a digital product or a digital service. Okay, these can be teaching what just sharing your journey. All of that is a part of your digital business. And once you have those systems in place, the final step is to stay consistent, okay? Stay consistent with promoting your digital business, stay consistent with learning new skills. They don't have to be big. They can be small skills, right? Like knowing how to send an email, knowing how to set up an email funnel. So, very simple skills that need to be learned in order to run a digital business. You can learn in minutes, okay? So stay consistent. You can learn how to create content also very quickly. So it may be new to you, but it's super simple to do, and anyone can do this. The idea is that you're going to commit 1 to 2 hours a day to working all of these steps in order to escape your 9 to 5. And I want to remind you that your vision is important. God gave you a vision for a reason. There are people that need to learn from you. Your skills, your experience can actually be life-changing to other people. So if you're someone that feels like God is really calling me to help others in this area, definitely the digital space is for you. And again, there are skills that you need to learn in order to run a digital business. And that is why I created Purpose to Prosperity, because not only do I walk you through those 4 steps, I also teach you all of the skills that you need to learn in order to run that digital business successfully. So if you're ready to start, let me know in the comments or visit the link. I'm going to leave it in the description of this video. And leave me your questions. What journey are you on right now? Are you close to retirement? Are you looking to start a digital business, or are you looking to just earn extra income? Let me know in the comments and I'll love to answer your questions. I'll see you in the next video. Blessings.